Hey you guys, you know what time it is. It's time for you to come on into my world. And I'm not wasting any time. Let's get started. Swipe left. Swipe left. Hello you guys, and welcome to another episode of Swipe Left. It is 12 p.m. I am ready to get started. I am your hostess with the mostest. That's right, Milan Trezor from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh's own Milan Trezor. This is Swipe Left. Today is May 11th, 2019. I have a whole lot of things that I want to share with you all, so listen. We're going to cut through the bull, we're going to sort through the mess, and when we get the facts straight, then we're going to do what? We're going to swipe left. All right, you guys, let's get started. First things first, I want to give some thank yous to these folks that I call Shay Trezor. I love you guys. You guys are way, way too good to me. These folks have actually done super chats on last week's premiere of the Swipe Left show, and I want to say thank you. Vibay Stevenson, Tam Real, Christine Torres, Logan J, ATL Finn, Jazzy Chaz 85, Virgin Love 8, Manny MVP, and D Moore. Thank you guys so much. I will definitely be putting those super chats to good use, and I thank you so much. Mwah! Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Alrighty, swipe left. Okay, you guys, let's get down to it. I have a few things that we're going to talk about today. Some things are a little deep. Some not so much, and I got a couple little fun little things that we're going to throw in, and we're going to do a lot of fashion talk today, so you can get excited about that. We're going to talk fashions. Yes, we are. First thing though, first story that I want to talk about, I want to talk about Uber. This was actually a story that I was going to report on last week, and I kind of just held off and said, you know what, I don't know. I was really tossing it around whether or not I really even wanted to talk about the story. But I do, so let's get down to it. Now, okay, the whole Uber service, I actually have had nothing but great experiences with Uber, more specifically whenever I was in Vegas. Uber service in Vegas is everything. I mean, you can get around quickly. They were really good. I've had nothing but good results with Uber while in Vegas. In my own town, I don't use it. I actually drive. I've not had to actually use Uber. But what caught my eye was there was someone who actually tweeted Uber support, and they actually spoke on a bad experience they had with Uber, and Uber, for the most part, let them have it. You hear me? Let them have it. Uber support. So I said, this person, listen, I'm gonna let you look at it. Take a look at the tweet. Okay, so now you've looked at it, and the person who actually tweeted out didn't say anything out of order. And I'm taking it that it was a guy, tweeted, "I had an awful driver today. I want my money back. Please respond so we can work this out." I said, okay, that's not, come on, I worked customer service for many, many years. That's easy. Very easy, boom. Either you are able to do the refund, or you can't do the refund and you need to explain it, and that's it. Thank you so much for using Uber, and you keep it moving to the next customer. That's it. No. This person must have been their last day, or it was amongst their last days, I'm sure. Baby, they went ahead and responded back, "We're sorry about that N-word. please send us a DM with your phone number with additional details of your concerns so we can connect. N-word. And I mean N-word, N-I-G-G-E-R. Baby, they came full throttle for their throat. You hear me? That's a whole mess right there. A whole mess. And, Uber, I don't know what you're going to do with that, but this just seems like a situation where somebody was getting ready to leave the job. You know, they knew that surely they couldn't have done this and felt as though they were going to keep their job. So they knew they were leaving the job, and baby, they gave y'all the old 1-2 punch before they left. Now it's on you to clean that up. And I mean, you need to clean that up and clean it up right away. I actually, like I said, I waited a week or so to see if some more information would actually come out about this. As of now, I have not heard anything more about this, but I was really shocked and appalled. But again, I can't, from being in the business of customer service, I can't really catch a whole attitude with Uber because this is one employee. This is not Uber, the company. But then I also heard that this is not the first time that this has actually happened. So, I don't know, Uber. You're going to have to, again, you got to eat it. You have to eat it, and you're going to have to make good on that. This is very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But again, this is just a raggedy, you know, that's how I view it. It was really a raggedy employee who wanted to get back at the company by doing this. Because surely, you know, they're not just allowing that type of stuff to come out of their support center and upholding it. So, I don't know. Very, very strange, but it's bad. And Uber's going to have to eat it and bite the bullet for this. You all need to clean that up right away. Clean that up right away. Anyway, actually, tell me in the comments, what do you think? Do you feel like you should be upset with Uber about this situation? Or do you feel like I feel that it was just a bad employee in a bad situation and Uber needs to take care of the situation? Or do you really go and really hold this against Uber? Again, part of the business, have done customer service for a long time. A customer service representative can really throw the company for a loop when they just get reckless like this. But again, I want to know from you guys, what do you think? Do you hold it against Uber? Or do you say, Uber, take care of that and let's move on? Interesting to see how you guys feel about it. All right, guys, swipe left. Okay, on to something that is, I think, you know, we just came off of a really bad racial situation. Let's go into something that my folk, the African American population, has to really be proud of. And that is that USPS has actually issued a Marvin Gaye stamp. And it's actually, this is in light of Marvin Gaye's 80th birthday. He is the Prince of Soul. And I just think this is really something. This is really good. This is really good. When I seen it, I felt a sense of pride. I really did. Marvin Gaye has definitely been a large part of the soundtrack of pretty much every African American person's life around. I can't imagine that you are African American and don't know something about or some song of Marvin Gaye's. Can't even imagine. But this is a very proud moment as far as I'm concerned. I know I took pride in it. I felt very prideful when I actually seen it. I think the stamp looks good. I love the way it was styled and everything. And it became available April the 2nd, 2019. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. I like it. And this is why I mentioned it today on Swipe Left. It's a sense of pride. Prince of Soul, Marvin Gaye, child. A legend, an absolute legend, one of our best musical assets that we've ever had. All right, you guys, swipe left. Okay, television shows. Queen Sugar is coming back to OWN. And it will actually be back on the air on June 12th, and I can't wait. If you guys have not been watching Queen Sugar, you've been missing out. You've been really cheating yourself. It is definitely an excellent drama series that is found on the OWN network, and it's headed up by Ava DuVernay. Listen, the writing, the acting, everything with it is just on point. And some of the best actors and actresses out there. It's good. It's really, really good. Those are my two favorite things on OWN are actually Queen Sugar and Greenleaf. Queen Sugar and Greenleaf are my two absolute favorite programs that are actually on OWN, and then follow that right on up with Tyler Perry's If Loving You Is Wrong. I love, and I also love Have and Have Nots. You all know that. All four of those shows I do reviews on. You can definitely find those on my YouTube channel. If you have missed something, you could definitely use those to catch up. Most of them I think you could actually get into and actually see the episodes as well, but you could definitely catch my reviews. Everything's done in playlists, and I pride myself in being a pretty good storyteller. So feel free to go over and take a look at my reviews on all four of those shows. But as I said, Queen Sugar will be back June 12th, and I will be sitting here with bated breath with my ink pen ready to take my notes and do my reviews. Alrighty, guys. See y'all in just a little bit, honey, for Queen Sugar. Alright, swipe left. Okay, there's a little bit of a shakeup down to the talk. If you follow the talk on CBS, there's a shakeup down there. Sarah Gilbert is actually leaving, as she is being replaced with none other than Marie Osmond. I don't know. You know what? I don't know how I feel about it. The talk is I don't watch the talk every day. I do peep my head in every now and again on the show. I like what they do, and I think they do a good job. But they have like the oddest panel of folks down there, and this just really added to it. Right now on the panel, so we're adding Marie Osmond. You got Eve, Carrie Ann Inaba, Sharon Osbourne, and Cheryl Underwood. And it works. I mean, it does work, but it's an odd mix-up. You got a comedian, you have a rapper and actress, you have a dancer, you have a socialite, because that's basically what Sharon Osbourne is. She's an actress, and more so she's a socialite. And then you have, well, I guess Marie Osmond would be music royalty. You know, she's been, and music and entertainment royalty, she's been around forever. And she's pretty much a legend in her own standing. But it just seems like a mishmash, mosh, posh of people. I don't know. Interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to peek my head in a little more often to see what it is that Marie actually brings to the show. Little strange. Because that's Sarah Gilbert. She was even kind of strange. I always would look at her like, though she made sense a lot of times, but she just like the little odd. But I think that's maybe what the whole zhuzh is for the talk, that the pairing is a little bit odd. Hey, it is what it is, right? All right, so like I said, check out the talk. Marie Osmond is actually going to be replacing Sarah Gilbert. All right, you guys, swipe left. Let's continue talking about music royalty. And when I say that, I am talking about none other than you got it, the material girl herself, Madonna. Well, I ran into some information. Madonna is actually going on an intimate tour run. She is getting ready to do this tour. It is called Madam X. And it's going to have multiple dates in New York, Chicago, and LA. It's going to be kicking off September the 12th, 2019 in New York City. Now, there are also talks about dates in Vegas, Boston, Philadelphia, and Miami later on in the year. So that's going to be interesting. And it is definitely going to be in London and in Paris early 2020. So, hey, look, she still has this. I like Madonna. I've always liked Madonna, all the way back to the beginning. A material. I was all in, honey, all in, and I've been with her throughout all her transitions and all of her salaciousness and all of her troublemaking, and you know, that's her thing. She is one of those, she's a musical shock jock, basically. I like Madonna. I do like Madonna. She looks good. She still performs her behind off, and I definitely think she'll be worth whatever the ticket price is. I'm not sure what the ticket prices are right now, but I'm sure she'll be worth it. Definitely sure she'll be worth it. I'm here for it. I am definitely here for it. Are you guys here for seeing Madonna in 2019 and 2020? Hit it in the comments. All right, you guys, swipe left. Another one of our music favorites, Mr. Usher. Things had kind of died down. We haven't been hearing about Usher for a while. And his name popped up, came across my screen. And I said, okay, what's going on with Usher, Joe? Usher's case, he had a $20 million case. It has actually been settled. There was a settlement reached. The case was this. Do you remember when there was a case? There was one woman who actually sued. There were two women and one male that were accusing him of exposing them to herpes. And the one woman actually she filed suit, and they have come to a settlement. No details on exactly what that settlement is. I just said, okay. Kind of glad for him, because it's been like a whole dark cloud following him around, and we don't really get to see him very much anymore. And I've always been a fan. I've always enjoyed Usher. He's very, very talented. And it just seemed like all of this stuff started coming out, and then we just never see him. We don't hear anything from him. So it is what it is. This is done for now. He could put this behind him and get on to what it is that he should be doing, which is making music and entertaining. I also ran into, he allegedly is working on an album that is called Hard to Love. I said, no, Usher. Usher. Now, baby, you might want to change that title. You may want to change that title. But then again, you know what? He's the same guy that did Confessions and told his story about cheating and all of this kind of carrying on. He kind of puts his truth out in his music. So I guess Hard to Love, baby, listen, the jokes kind of write themselves. So I don't know. I think personally that he should change the title. What do you all think? I think that title needs to be changed, because we're going to be making jokes. And I'm not even going to lie, I'm going to be one of the people that's going to be making jokes. So it's what it is. Anyway, I'm just glad to see that he's back making music. And we'll be waiting, honey. I'm still a big fan, baby. And I ain't getting ready to jump in those sheets with him. I ain't getting ready to even jump nowhere near him. If there's a bed in the room, I'm leaving. But I'm still a fan. Anyway, okay, I'm done. I'm gone. Swipe left. Okay, I want you guys to sit back, and I want to show you though I love my social media. I mean, this is what I do. You know, I'm all over my YouTube, and I have Facebook, and I have Instagram, and I have Twitter. I love my little social media. But, you know, there are times when Instagram and Twitter can just be ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous for no reason. This is one of those times. I want you all to sit back and take a look at this photo. Now, what y'all not going to do, what y'all are not going to do, you're not going to give B and J and Blue too much. Y'all not going to do it. And then the picture of her to have a caption that basically says, this is what they would look like if they didn't have any money. You are a damn lie. That is not what they would look like if they didn't have no money. Now, you need to quit. I said, what is wrong with people? Just ain't got nothing else better to do. They literally took that picture and made them look like they... See, I'm trying to find a politically correct way to say this, but that picture makes them look like a Caucasian trailer park-esque family from the 70s. That ain't got nothing to do with money versus no money. That has to do with a whole different time period and a whole different type of folk. I said, child, y'all doing too much. Doing too much. Child, they were always after B and J, but y'all not going to give BJ and Blue too much. Y'all not. It was just too much. And I thought it was funny. It was funny, but it was petty. It was very, very petty. Very petty. Anyway, hit the comments. Swipe left. All right, now speaking of petty, I got another picture. I got another picture, child. Take a look at this picture. Now this, my friends, is ghetto. Ghetto. Take a look. For real? For real? For real? Now that's, you know you ghetto when you got a house doorknob on your car door. Who does that? Who does that? I just thought it was funny. This is just, you know what? I love the internet. I love my internet. There is nothing that is out there. I just seen that pop up. I said, got to take it to the kids, honey. We got to get a good laugh off of this one. That is just as ridiculous. Just as ridiculous. Come on in. Shout out to T.S. Madison, child. Anyway, all right, you all. I just wanted to share that with y'all. I'm being silly. All right, swipe left. Okay, you guys, I told you that we were going to speak a lot about fashion today. We're going to speak a lot about it because we are getting ready to talk about the Met Gala 2019. All right, so I was, and strangely enough, I was underwhelmed by the Met Gala red carpet this year. I heard a while back that the theme was going to be camp. And I said, oh, this is going to be big because camp and the Met Gala, they run neck and neck. They run neck and neck. And I said, this is going to be it. Everybody's really going to be going really, really out there. And I was underwhelmed. What I found, I don't know if it was a thing where people don't really understand what camp is all about. Camp is very much the B-rated movie from back in the day. It's very tongue-in-cheek. It's very too much. It's outre. It's avant-garde. It's all those things. It's extravagant. It is over the top. I don't even know how many more words to explain it to you. It's just, damn. You know what I mean? That's what camp is. You know, you'll see. When I show you the things that stuck out to me, and there were just a few. Tons of people there, but just a few things that stuck out to me. I think one of my favorites actually was Katy Perry. Katy Perry came dressed as a chandelier. And I looked down and I said, child, and look at the emperor's beaded little shoes, Daddy. I said, okay, but that's camp. And it's not, she didn't have to tell you anything. When you looked at the picture, you knew right away she is dressed as a damn chandelier. A whole chandelier. It was an idea. It was realized. It was done. It was overdone. And it was done very well. Now, a lot of times camp comes along very cheap and very cheeky and cheesy. Now, this is the Met Gala. So I didn't even expect it to come across cheesy or cheap. You know, everything needed to be done on a whole grandiose scale. So I thought Katy Perry really, really did that. We might as well go ahead and get this on out of the way. Ciao. Gaga, honey, and her 16 minutes, Gaga, her presentation. I loved how she went about it. I loved the presentation of it and all that cheekiness, and that's camp. That is totally camp. But if I'm honest with you, I really only liked the first piece. She went into 4 different pieces. Here's part 1. Yes, the hot pink coat. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Everything, the way her head was wrapped, her hair, the makeup, everything. Everything about it I loved. It could have actually stopped there for me. I could tell that right underneath there was some type of a black gown. She switched down into the black gown. Black strapless gown. Nothing really camp about it. It's just a black gown. But again, Gaga could carry it because Gaga is the epitome of camp. She switched out of that into yes, a very a candy cone pink dress that just a pink strapless dress, which ended up eventually it actually did have straps. No big deal. I didn't get any life off of that dress at all. But I was like, okay, Gaga, and she was still carrying it. Again, it was all in the presentation. And then she switched to this 4th look. Very Gaga. Beaded bra and panties and Little Monsters boots. And I'm like, okay, cool. And the whole presentation took 16 minutes. 16 minutes. She did all the changes right on stage. Very Gaga. Very newsworthy. But can I say I was totally impressed? No, I wasn't. I've actually seen Gaga in things that were more breathtaking. But it was cool. I'm telling you, the presentation for me was the big deal on that with Gaga, was the presentation. Now let's move on to this one. Cardi B. Now, Miss Cardi, camp. Cardi shut down the runway. Cardi shut down the runway. That ruby red looked so good on Cardi. It was all quilted. You had to get up on it to really see. You could see, I mean, you knew it was camp. It fit the bill. The detailing was impeccable when you got up on it. The breasts actually was a shout out to the breasts and the hood piece. They were a shout out to feminism. And there were like rubies on the actual boobs, and there were tons of beads and stones all over her headpiece. And the fact that the whole dress was quilted. It was quilted, and there were feathers on the outskirts of it. It was fabulous. It was fabulous, and it was very much camp. It was very much overdone. It was very much pretty. It was very avant-garde. I loved it. I did. I really did like it. I liked it a lot. Janelle Monáe. And Christian Siriano actually did Janelle's outfit. It was very much a piece of artwork. It was very much a piece of artwork. It fit. And then she even had like a nod to like the Mad Hatter type of situation. I thought it was worthy. I thought it was worthy. And it just made the cut for me. It just made the cut for me. Because again, Janelle Monáe, this is classic Janelle Monáe type of stuff. But it made the cut for me. Next on my list was Lupita. Lupita Nyong'o. I thought it was that camp that you say, oh God. It was ugly. It was ugly. It was so ugly that it was interesting. She looked to me like Power to the People Flower Child. You know, you had this whole Flower Child vibe going. Everything's all ugly. The patterns don't go together. And then you look up top and it's given Power to the People with the fist picks and the daggone hair and all that. It was ugly to the point that it was very interesting. Camp. It definitely fit the bill for me. Now, check this one out. Jared Leto. This was that very weird camp feeling that, and not so much what he had on, just the fact that you were carrying an actual severed head of yourself. You're carrying your own severed head in your hand. That's very camp. It made you very uneasy. It made you say, oh, that's camp. That's camp. That's very a B-rated movie. Something you would see in a B-rated movie. And it worked. It worked. It made me feel a certain type of way. So I had to throw him in there. It worked. Weird as hell. It worked. Let's see. Who else? Jordan Dunn. This whole, it was a Zach Posen. It was 3D. It was plastic. And it was actually a rose that was opened up, and it was like all these petals. It looked like real life origami. And again, nobody had to explain to you what it was. When you looked at it, you knew it was a rose. And you knew the petals were like, they looked wet. And it made the cut for me because it was dynamic. It was dynamic. It was pretty over the top. It was pretty over the top. I enjoyed that one. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Now, Billy Porter. Pittsburgh's own Billy Porter. You know, this is becoming a whole thing where now I just sit back and wait. I just sit back and wait and say, Billy, what we doing now? What we doing now? Baby, Billy rolled through and was sitting down, and it gave you every bit of Cleopatra. Cleopatra, the whole headpiece and all of this business. Very Cleopatra, very over the top, very B-rated movie. Some of the makeup was real outlandish. And then, and the boys that were carrying him, lovely, honey, B-rated movie. He gets out there, and then he gets down off of the little thing that he's being carried in. And he stands up, and I looked at Billy and I said, you did it again. Let the kids have it. If Billy Porter didn't look like a gay Avenger, honey, I said, yes, God. All this beaded fringe cat suit and gold boots and gold wings. I said, if he don't look like the gay version of Hawkeye, honey, I said, well, all right. I don't know if that's his real name. Is his name Hawkeye, the one character with the wings? I don't know, but he looked like a gay Avenger to me, honey. And I fell out laughing. I said, go on, Billy. Billy Porter knows how to do it to you all, honey. I said, why are you gagging so? She brings it to you like this at every bowl. Billy Porter, child, I got life. I got life off of it. I did. I loved it. I loved every minute of it. But even still, I still have to say Katy Perry's chandelier look was my favorite. And then later on in the night, Katy actually switched costumes to this. She was a damn hamburger. She was a burger. She turned into a living, breathing, walking burger. Very camp, very B-movie. Katy Perry was my favorite. Me personally, she was my favorite overall for this whole event. And one more. Now, I'm just going to give some space and let this one go in, because there were a lot of people who had beautiful dresses. They were beautiful dresses, and they didn't make the cut for camp for me, because for me, they really weren't camp. They were more so show-stopping dresses is what they were. They weren't camp. They weren't out enough. They weren't out there enough. They were nice pieces to be in a fashion show, or nice pieces to be on a concert tour or something like that. But Ryan Murphy did a nod to Liberace. I had to let it make my list because Liberace was a bit too much. He always was. We loved him. We loved him for it. Liberace was a bit too damn much. It was, no, don't put 10 stones, put 100. That was Liberace. And Ryan Murphy showed up in a cape and a gold suit, beaded suit. Very, very much Liberace. So I had to let it make my list. It did make my list. Now, I have two people here that I'm going to talk about who did not make my list of camp, but they were, one was just so beautiful that I had to add it here because I needed y'all to see it, to say how clean this child was, and that is Kendall Jenner. Do you see how beautiful that dress is? And how beautiful that dress actually looked on Kendall? She was absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't take that away. It was what it was. She just looked stunning to me. No, it did not make my list of camp looks that I love, but it just made my list. What I actually kicked it around. Maybe I'll hold the picture and bring it back up next week. No, I'm going to go ahead and put it on out there. I loved this look. I love the look, but no, it didn't knock me out for the Met Gala. Not at all. Now, this other look, I thought this was one of the worst things that I actually seen. It was just bad. And it didn't actually fit camp either. It was just ugly. It was ugly, and it put me in mind of two different things. It was Harry Styles and Gucci. Gucci. Child, if that little jumpsuit don't look like... Now that looks like Little Lord Fauntleroy, honey, and it is just ugly. Just bad and ugly. I thought of Little Lord Fauntleroy, and I also thought of Pet Sematary. There's a scene in the original Pet Sematary where Gage comes back he comes back in a vision, and he has on this little dress and stuff. He's dressed up in this really ugly little dress. It's just horrible. But that's the first thing I thought of when I seen this little jumpsuit. I said, that is just ugly. It was so horrible that I had to actually bring that on here and show that to y'all. That was the worst thing I think I saw on that carpet. Horrible. I don't even know what the whole point of that was. Just ugly. Whew. Anyway, that's it, kids, for my experience with the Met Gala for 2019. Camp was the theme. I don't know about that. I think I was a little let down by that. I was a little let down. I thought people were really going to come out more. Nicki Minaj, I was definitely let down by Nicki. I said, really, Nicki? That ain't nothing but an old pink dress. I've seen you in better stuff in one of your videos. Now, it was pretty, and she looked pretty, but she definitely didn't make my list. Girl, you let Cardi get you on this one, boo. But I couldn't get with that pink dress. It was just a pink dress. That was just so... Nicki would wear that to the MTV Music Awards. So... no, I couldn't let her make my list with that one. Still love her, though. But anyway, all right, you guys, swipe left. All right, you guys, thank you so much. That has actually been our show for the week. I thank you for coming out. I thank you for tuning in with me. As always, you know I love you guys. And I'll see you back here next week. Same time, same stuff. We're going to sort through it. We're going to work it all out. We're going to do what we do, and we're going to swipe left next week. For all of you all, Wednesday afternoons, please watch Ask James at 1 p.m. That's where my other persona takes your questions and answers your questions and gives a little bit of advice. For some reason, people think I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm done with this. DJ, take me on out of here. See you guys.
Feel like